Yo, you there? He's not moving, so yes, you are.
Yeah, I'm here. What's
Alright, cool.
up?
Nothing. Just wanted to see if you have thoughts on the games. Any questions?
Yeah, I feel like I have this like constant desire to just play bad that I have to constantly fight off to play good.
Yeah, basically. Your constant desire to play bad is because you just want to hit people. You don't want to actually win neutral. That's like literally all it is.
How do you win neutral?
What we
I
talked
noticed that
about.
when I mix up a lot, I win neutral more, but I don't know
Yeah.
how to like consciously mix up in response to what you're doing because it feels like you're picking like a lot of moves that are relatively random.
They're not random, and you have to try to get like some kind of read on maybe like different type of spacing, different type
You know
of
what?
like.
You're a nice
have to
individual,
think for the
and I'm
crime.
thankful that you're in
You're
my
gonna, have to
life.
get you're gonna have to get some type of intuitive like understanding of when I want to go for some types of options. It could be related for percents, etc. I am super mixing up my options, and that's very intentional because I have to in this matchup. Otherwise, I do lose.
Yeah.
Like that's why I know Mars really have a good time with me. Besides Zane, who like has studied me immensely and he has the ability to study me immensely because he can just beat almost everyone else, and so he has like 3 or 4 people in the world that he has to like actively study.
I should start studying individual players because I'm getting to the level where like there's like 10 players that I want to beat.
Make sure you're doing it at the lower level first. Like don't try to like beat like me, Mango, or Zane first because that's not going to like be very fruitful and it's going to hurt you in other places. You want to like work your way up to it.
Okay.
Like worry about the people who are going to stop you in bracket over and over again. Like me, if you get to me, it's because you got to me in like winner semis, winners finals, right?
So I'd be studying the Sheiks mostly probably because those are the people that stop me.
Sheiks, the Pikachus, the
Falcons.
the Falcons, yeah. Like you need to figure out how to beat those people first because those are still like giant matchup flaws and have a lot more that you can just work on. But yeah, you still just have this crazy. You need to you still need to just fight this urge just to hit people. Like you need to figure out how you can control your urges so that.
I don't know how to hold space without swinging. I think that's the main.
Well, this is like, dude, like go Fox real fast. You know how many times I've seen this exact interaction? And again, this doesn't mean don't do this interaction ever, but it means like I've seen this so many times where literally you do like this. You're like, okay, fair. Oh, time to run at you with Nair. Oh, F smash. Oh, I hope you die now. Yes, you're dead. Yes, I'm so good. And it's like I feel that in you, and I know that you're like, oh, this worked. That sick read worked. And it's like, no, it's like you did this for the 80 millionth time, and it was like the 10th time in a row. I was like, okay, this time he's not going to do that, and then you still did it. I'm like, okay, I guess my entire game plan from now on is going to be literally just punishing the same thing over and over again until you stop doing it. Like I had to punish this 5 or 6 times before you were like, got the idea where it's like, okay, this is not working. I get it. And then you only did it once later, which was good. You're still doing the approaching there like over and over again. It's like Marth is laggy. This is not something you can do with Marth, right? Marth is laggy. This is a massive commitment. Why would you massively commit to Fox over and over again, right? You're still doing like the double fair stuff where it's like, I want you to do something. I'm going to shield. I'm going to double fair you. Just literally up smash out of shield up to the first fair. It's so easy. I can do like Nair out of shield now. Shield and then just do Nair to shield. It's so easy. Like, it's terrible. It's terrible pressure. You can't do that.
Yeah.
And so it's a bunch of stuff like that where it's like, you just want to hit me over and over again. It's like, okay, but if you want to hit me, you have a sword bad frame data, and I'm this fucking Fox that has crazy good frame data, is really fast, and will kill you if you do something incorrectly. So do you think it's really a good idea to go for shit like that?
No.
No, not at all, right? And then even in scrambles, like your scramble, it's like, oh, I missed someone. I'm just gonna up tilt, and I hope that like he runs into it. And like, yeah, sometimes I am running into it, but it's just a bad like thing to default to, right?
Yeah, it's just not a consistent winning option. I noticed like you do the same thing about like individual options that work once or twice, but like won't work in the long run, like the runoff counter. Like I know that like you react very negatively to that runoff counter because like you know that it's not an option that will work consistently.
Yeah, I punished it like 3 or 4 times, then you were still doing it at the end where you like, I'm like, okay, you want a game off of yes, but like I will literally just go into the lab, start practicing teching it if I have to run into you, and then you will come to me, like you will get it in friendlies. But then you're going to play me in bracket. I'm going to be like, right, I have to be ready for this. I'm just going to practice it before I play you. And this will not work a single time. And you will probably lose like a game or a set or a game or like a stock for it. Like every time you try it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it's like you have to kind of like discern. It's like, okay, this is working now.
I assume my opponent is going to play their best all the time.
Depending on your opponent. Depending on the opponent. You can chump check people. But it's not smart to chump check like top 10 players. All the time. Right?
Yeah,
like you
guys
know
are messing things up a lot.
they're top 10 for a reason, right? If they're playing really badly, you will figure it out very, very fast.
That makes sense.
Subject till top 20. Even top 20 players will get chump checked. I've seen top 20 players get chump checked repeatedly. I've chump checked top 20 players. Top 10 is where people are like, okay, they're consistent enough to get there. This shit's not going to work. Maybe if it's like a hard read chump check that you have because you know they're bad at one thing and they're not going to expect it. But then even then, that's a one-time thing. You don't do it again. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So it's just like, it's basically just like playing in like a way that like will work more often, and like sacrificing the like.
It's something you can control. Playing in a way that where you are the determiner of your own outcome, and not me hitting some gimmicky tech or not. Or me.
I have an addiction to like short-term immediate reward.
I know you do. That's literally what I was saying on stream. You get this crazy dopamine rush every time you hit something, and you get a punish off of it, and your brain is like, "Oh my god, I gotta hit off this. Like this is the best day of my life. I have to use this option over and over again, so I feel that feeling again." And it's like, no, that's not how the game works.
Yeah.
And like that's literally what goes through your head, right?
It's so scary to me to just use like
yeah.
tilts and like stuff like that.
Exactly. That's like literally what goes through your head. I can tell very easily. I know that type very well. And so it's like, yeah, good shit. Like you took a stock or like one game in friendly for it. But even if you take a set, is your goal to take 1 out of 20 sets, 1 out of 10 sets? No. And every set we play is like basically the same. You get me with some cheese game one, I'm like, okay, fine. I'm gonna execute. I'm just gonna play with my game plan. And the next 3 games are just always the same. That's been like every set we've ever played. Minus the fucking 400 ping set, which we don't count.
Okay, I get it. I'm gonna try and play a lot more like, I guess, pointed, I guess, this next game. Like, kind of intentional, I think.
If you were in school, right? If you were in school, you're in like a math class, and you see a math problem. Is the best solution if you're trying to become the best in your class just to be like, okay, well, this is a problem. I think this kind of fits like this general area, so I'm going to do this really shitty formula. Hope it works this time, and maybe you're not too bad at figuring which one it does. And then be like, okay, that's my answer. No! Why would you ever do that if you're trying to be good? Right? You're literally telling yourself, okay, well, I'm just going to get wrong. I'm just going to get some questions wrong because I can't figure out everything in 2 seconds, and I can't use, like, I'm not using my entire brain.
Yeah.
Look at the entire problem. Show your work. Like, I don't know how else to analogize it. It's just like, you have to do that.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, okay. As long as you get my point.
It's like something I've been actively working on, like, and like I can do it versus people around my level a lot better, like people worse than me, but like versus people that are better than me still, I freak out, and like I've been working on that like every day, so. Okay. Yeah. I'm doing my best. I think I'm getting a little bit better at it. I'm not there. You
have spurts of playing like there were like a few times where I was like, okay, we're actually playing some neutral right now, okay, and then you immediately just do like the worst like Zeker up tilt, and I'm just like, oh my god, why?
No.
Sorry, Zeker, I had to throw one in for you. I see you in chat too much. Okay, let's play a few more, and then we're gonna call for now.
All right.